Welcome to the Hunt360 podcast. I'm E3 King. I'm here with founder of Hunt360, Jeremy Williams, and our guest, Luke Thorkildsen from Weatherby. Luke, great to have you. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing really, really good this morning, to be honest with you.
Real
good. I had a good night yesterday. Real good night. Very, very blessed to have won the less than one eye mid-Asian Ibex hunt with Asian Mountain Outfitters. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, that's awesome, Luke. For our listeners, we're here at the Sheep Show doing a podcast. And actually, we had Brian Martin with Asian Mountain Outfitters on our podcast earlier.
No, right on.
And actually talking about the donation and about the foundation. And
how cool is that?
So now we have the winner of the donation, Mid-Asian Ibex. It's an awesome win.
Yeah,
sure.
it was surreal yesterday. Yeah.
So tell us how did you enter? I mean, tell us all the process of what you're doing.
Well, I'm here. I work for Weatherby. Weatherby. I'm the vice president of sales, marketing, product development. So we've been coming to Sheep Show for a while, and the Less Than One Club is one of the coolest events that exist in hunting, in my opinion. I mean, now I won something, right? But even before that, the energy in the room of all the sheep hunters, and when they call a name and nobody hollers, within a few seconds, they're like, sucks to be you, let's go to the next one. And man, that's just so fun.
Yeah.
The energy in there. It's just a really, really cool event. The people that are here, they're out booking hunts left and right, but some of the stuff's not attainable for the average person, and to have an opportunity to go and shoot Ibex.
Yeah.
I'm blown away.
Oh, that's awesome.
Blown away.
So how many draws did it take for people not to respond to before they got to you yesterday?
So they were doing 3 drawings, and I actually got the third one, and I believe, it's kind of a blur, but I believe they called 3 names to start off with that were not there. So I think that I was the 7th actual drawn and won the last of the hunts.
Last of the 3.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So there was 4 people there that won, but they weren't there to win it. So
you've got to be present, and they do not mess around.
Oh, I know it. It wouldn't be like 30 seconds. I remember seeing you go up on stage and throw your arms up.
Oh, man, I was freaking out. It was so cool. So cool.
Fun. I mean, you got a couple thousand people sitting in there cheering and hollering, and because everybody's excited watching, want to be a part of it. They're happy for you. It's awesome.
It's wild. So just being in the industry, we've got a lot of friends at First Light who have. First Light as a company has been very lucky in the Less Than One Club drawings. Tag drew a few years ago and shot a sheep in Alaska, I believe. I can't remember if it was Alaska or BC, but man, they were freaking out. We were freaking out. It was crazy. Crazy.
The energy's great.
Yeah, the energy is awesome. I mean, but now you're going to be out of the Less Than One Club once you go.
Less Than One eye, I believe, if I understand how it works. So
you're still available for the sheep then?
Yes, I believe so.
See, that sucks. See, I can't enter. So I've already have a sheep on my belt. So I'm
good on you, but
but I want to win too. I mean, it's exciting.
It is exciting.
You're in there watching it, and it's just like the energy is just like intense.
It's crazy,
especially when they draw somebody out, and you're like. You almost don't want somebody to win because you want to see them draw another one out, but you do want to see them win. Come running in there because it's funny. So when is the trip? So do you know the dates and all that?
I just talked to Brian. We're gonna have to figure it out. Basically from August to February next year. We just have to figure out in our schedule. We have a pretty busy fall with Weatherby. We've got a lot of plans, and we got a lot of new things we're working on that we intend to have a pretty fun fall. So this is going to be a fun year. This is going to be a real fun year.
Yeah, that's awesome. I see you got a new location, and I mean, Weatherby seems like it's exploding in up your way.
I appreciate you saying that. It's been a lot of fun, a lot of work. Weatherby completed our move to Sheridan. New team, new energy, a lot of new stuff. Ammo prices dropping. I mean, it's just a lot of things people have been asking for from Weatherby for years are happening, and it's really fun.
Yeah, you got out of that stranglehold you were in, and then into an environment that's you're welcome, and now growth can just explode.
Yeah, and the people in Sheridan have been so welcoming. I mean, I don't think anybody cared that Weatherby left California. It was just, good riddance, more or less.
Probably right.
But in Sheridan, everybody, they love the town, the state, just seeing Sheridan, Wyoming stamped on the receiver. It's cool. It's really cool.
That is cool. So what got any kind of new cool stuff coming out for Weatherby, and you got anything you can talk about?
Well, at this show, it's been really the newest thing. We actually launched in September. It's our new backcountry and backcountry TI.
Okay.
It's pretty much the ultimate
rifle?
mountain gun, ultimate sheep rifle for sure. So with our new 6.5 RPM, which is a little bit faster than 6.5 PRC, not quite as fast as our 6.5 300, but we designed that cartridge to work in our 6-lug standard Mark V action. So using that, it's always been this really tiny, one of our best kept secrets, but we got a 4.9 pound rifle with Magnum performance. We got the lightest and the fastest going now. We've always been fast, but not always the lightest. And now we can say, put a lot of work into it.
4.9 pounds unscoped, right?
Unscoped. Yeah.
That's,
you can hunt scoped with under 6 if with the right scope.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like that's the goal. Everybody's trying to be 6 pounds or less, you know, and it's very hard to do.
Very hard,
you know, especially trying to shoot some longer ranges with those scopes. You know, those scopes add up too, you know.
For sure.
But yeah, it's just I can't wait. I'm definitely coming over to the booth when we get done to check the rifle out.
You got to. Everybody, oh my gosh, this thing's so light. They freak out. It's fun.
Is it carbon? Is it carbon fiber?
Carbon fiber stock, titanium receiver. All of our Mark Vs now are using a TriggerTech trigger.
Gotcha.
But on the stock itself, we actually have a patent pending recoil pad. We call it the 3D Hex. It's a 3D printed recoil pad.
Oh, sweet.
So it's got a structure inside that you can't mold with regular injection molding. And it's just designed to kind of collapse instead of just be soft.
Yeah.
And so at the recoil, it just collapses and it makes it feel more like a push than that sharp hit. And even though you got a really light rifle with high performance, high velocity, it shoots like a dream.
That's awesome. That does sound cool. Do you have like a breakdown of the gun so you can see see how all that in your booth?
Yeah, we got them over there for sure.
I can check it
Absolutely.
out. So it's exciting to see what all the new products that come out. I mean, it's just amazing the way technology is changing and making companies grow, just giving the hunters the ability to
new materials, incorporating. Well, there's really nothing new under the sun, but pulling things from other industries, 3D printing. Mm-hmm. Titanium that's not easy to machine. There's galling issues. There's a ton of stuff that you got to figure out, and it's been a lot of work. But man, really fun time, and I can't wait to go use it on Ibex. Feels weird to say it out loud.
That's awesome, man. I know. It's just a cool experience to win something. My sheep hunt. I won my sheep hunt as well a few years ago.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it wasn't here. Actually, it was here, but I wasn't here. But it wasn't a Western One Club. It was a regular rifle draw.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won a desert bighorn sheep hunt.
What? And, that was your first sheep? Was it desert?
For first one was a doll sheep.
Okay.
But then I won a desert. But it was a very emotional time to win a desert bighorn sheep. I mean, it's just like I was in church, matter of fact, and they were texting me. And
no way.
Yeah, they had drew the night before during the banquet, and calling me on the phone. I wouldn't answer the phone because you get all these numbers you don't know calling you all the time. You think they're robocalls.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I was like, I ain't answering that. And if it ain't in my contacts, I'm not answering.
I don't want to extend my auto warranty.
Exactly. And I'm sitting here, and they got it live on stage trying to call me, and I'm sending them straight to voicemail. So the next day they send me a text. I'm in church.
You're going to want to answer this one.
Yeah, that's what he says. The guy there, there's on the Desert Bighorn Sheep Society. He finally texts me. He said, "Hey man, is this Jeremy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm at church. I'll call you when I get out." And he's like, "Well, it's about a raffle ticket." And I said, "A raffle ticket?" I was thinking to myself, raffle ticket. I'm thinking, I haven't bought no raffle ticket. I'm thinking, I like buying raffle tickets, but I haven't bought none in quite a while.
Right.
And so I actually get up. It was right as church was starting, there were certain things. I stepped out and walked out into the lobby, and I called him because he had my attention when he said raffle ticket.
Wow.
And he told me, he's like, "Man, you buy a raffle ticket for our society?" And I'm like, "Maybe. I like buying tickets, but I'm not sure if I bought them or not." And he's like, "Well, you won last night And he said, we tried our best to get a hold of you. And I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
At least they didn't pull a less than one on you.
I know.
Called him once. Sorry.
To be you.
And so he told me, and I was like, I just like almost broke down. I went back down and sat down in my chair at church, and I was like, it was at a point in my life where I was going through a sort of rough patch in my life, and it was just like a boost. I mean, it gave me me something to look forward to for a while.
Awesome.
It was. And we got to hunt on the Armadeus Ranch in New Mexico, owned by Ted Turner, and Ted Turner had donated the sheep hunt to the Arizona Bighorn Society, and it was
cool.
like first freaking class, and we saw hundreds of rams. It was just awesome experience.
Very
so
cool.
I know what you're about to get into, and I know what you're feeling. And
it's wild.
It's like
surreal.
It is real.
Yeah,
it's real. And most people don't, like you said. A lot of people can't get into this because of the expense it costs, but this allows people opportunities to jump right in.
Super cool.
For a quarter of just travel. Basically.
Yeah.
And a taxidermy fee.
There's taxidermy included.
Oh, is it?
Yes. No, it wasn't. I mean, it was. They gave me all kinds of stuff last night. I got like the nicest Stone Glacier pack, a full kit Leupold VX5 HD, some of their new Santiam binos. 15 power.
So there's no
rangefinder, boots, Schnee's boots.
You just want
the whole kit,
shebang.
Yeah, a Cryptek, $1,000 credit. I mean, like head to toe, done. Onyx map subscription, like everything. It's unreal.
Oh my goodness, man, that's.
I feel guilty.
Well, if you get to feeling too bad, you know where our booth's at.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, you can pass along
not
some of the
that
love.
guilty, but
So
I'm excited.
Yeah. So where's Weatherby going? From now? What's some upcoming goals do you have set?
Oh man, we've got a lot in the works. So we just completed the move in 2019. We did our grand opening in June. In September, we announced we're dropping ammo prices 30%. We did a whole new Mark V line, and we did that in the midst of the move. And now we've got a lot of other big plans that we're not stopping there. Let's just say that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't want to say too much, but we've got a lot of cool stuff in the works. So
I follow Adam on Facebook.
Right on.
Man, the post. I mean, he looks like he's living life to the largest right now. Being out there. He's doing. We're having a lot of fun. I mean, the new dynamic in the office, everybody. It's just a huge team. We get out and do fun stuff a lot, but there's a whole lot of work going on as well. We don't always post about that, but it looks like fun work. Though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got a passion,
it was a great fall. Those of us that just moved to Wyoming are all residents now, and it was our first season as residents, and man, it was so fun.
So you're originally from California?
I grew up in Texas,
okay.
But I moved to Wyoming from Arkansas. I was previously with Walther Arms,
okay,
in Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Sweet. So what got you into hunting as a child and all that?
I didn't hunt as a child. I got into hunting probably in college. My dad was always big into the outdoors, but not a big hunter. And I grew up outside and loved the mountains, loved to hike, loved to backpack. In early years in college, I was a whitewater rafting guide.
Oh.
Just loved it. Spent the summer in a tent in Colorado, but never really hunted. Was around guns, shot guns a ton, target, pistol, whatever. But wasn't until I met some friends later in college that got me into bird hunting, and then turned into archery, and then everything.
That's sweet.
So, but I didn't grow up doing it, and so a little bit later. But I just love being outside. Grew up outside.
Yeah. Well, did you ever get to do any rafting down the Grand Canyon or any of that?
Almost. The first year, that was a rafting guide. The owner of our operation drew basically a lifetime permit to raft the entirety of the Grand Canyon, like a month-long trip, but it was going to start in September. And if I wanted to go so bad, we were going to have a whole flotilla go down. But I had to go back to school. Luckily, I played soccer in college, And if I hadn't had that, I'd probably just be a ski bum right now, because we all had standing jobs at Crested Butte to go work and ski patrol, whatever. And luckily, I had to get back to school. I might still be there otherwise, which is awesome that it worked out the way it does. I've got 4 awesome kids. Been married for a while. Met my wife in college too, and it worked out the way it was supposed to work out. But it's really fun.
Yeah, you just go with what God gives you.
That's
and,
right.
And roll with it.
That's
don't
right.
don't resist it.
Yeah.
You start resisting it, always backfires. Or
Yeah.
you got to take that path. And man, I would love. One of my dreams is to go rafting in part of the Grand Canyon. I don't think I can handle the whole month.
You can do it in smaller bites,
Right.
but yes, it was gonna. Yeah. Anyway,
got to visit.
I love to raft. Love it. I love rivers.
Oh yeah, I mean it's freaking, it's crazy. I mean I watch those videos, those people rafting. It's like, man, it's like it's almost like a calling. It's something in me just wants to jump on that. And I've never done it, but I feel it. Like
oh man, it's a lot of fun. I got into kayaking, and I've done the Gauley, the New River, up in the Northeast, 2 awesome rivers. Then it's not the Grand Canyon, but just below the Black Canyon around Gunnison, Colorado. There's a beautiful, beautiful gorge, Gunnison Gorge, that you can get a permit to go through. We've done that one, and it's awesome.
Okay. Do you get to fly fish and all that? Would you go down the river as well, or you just strictly?
We were mostly recreational rafting, but we did some float trips also. We were more active whitewater than good fishing water, but did some of that.
It just looks like a great time to go out there and raft and camp and get up next day and raft some more. I mean, it just looks like a fun place you can just spiritually connect with the world.
You bet. Yeah.
So, sort of like hunting. You get into these back countries, like you're going to go to, for this mid-age and Ibex hunt, you go into a place that there's no lights, there's just nothing, but that place still looks the same as it did today as it did 1,000 years ago.
I believe it.
I mean, you'll be putting your feet on ground that nobody's ever put their foot on.
I'm pumped by that.
And that's, when you look at that and look around, it's like, somebody might have seen this area, but nobody's ever stepped right here.
Right.
And isn't that cool?
Very cool.
So, I mean, people can't appreciate that until they actually do it, because words don't describe that feeling.
Yeah.
It's just a cool thing that a lot of, everybody should be able to have that opportunity, or they do have the opportunity. It's just be able to take the opportunity to do it.
Very blessed to have the opportunity. Can't wait. I got a lot to look forward to now. Man.
What'd your wife say last night? Did you call her and celebrate?
Well, she's like, I'm looking on the map, and I'm not sure you're going to be able to go on this hunt. This looks kind of dangerous, but she knows me, so she's like, you're going to have a good time.
When you go with Brian's first class. I mean, he is very knowledgeable. He's very well prepared for anything.
I've had several people stop me, like right after I walked off stage last night. Just did a hunt with Brian literally 2 weeks ago, showing me pictures. First class, totally awesome.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
You will be prepared. Probably you'll be over prepared. By listening to him on our podcast yesterday, of course I've known Brian for a while, but he's just listening to all the details. I mean, he takes on these trips, like he even takes extra scope rings, stuff like that. Just little stuff that you never know that could malfunction, and to be prepared. And so, I mean, it's gonna be an exciting trip. I'm excited for you. I can see it on you. I saw you yesterday jump up on stage and get it. And
that was wild.
It was wild.
Wild.
Yeah, we'll be pulling for you and staying tuned to see how it all goes.
I appreciate it. I really do. We're gonna, as Weatherby, we're probably gonna go and film it and put something together about it. And then we've got our podcast, On Our Mark, the Weatherby podcast, that I host with our marketing director Kevin, and we're probably going to do a podcast on it later today too. So this is a good warm up.
I don't blame you. I would be sharing it. I'd be rolling with this. This is a great opportunity.
Such a cool thing.
Yeah. Well, man, it's especially taking a film crew with you and documenting that whole trip. I mean, that would be. it's just great content for everybody. Then everybody gets to tag along with you. And
Yeah.
you can see what this was about. I'm sure there's some video of you winning yesterday as well that they could.
I think so.
You could tie into it.
Honestly, I had my phone out and was videoing our national sales manager. We just were sure he was the winner. They said one of our big sponsors in Sheridan, Wyoming, and I'm filming Raleigh, and he's like setting his beer down, and he's like,
he's getting all excited.
And then they say Luke Thorkildsen, and he goes. He like just lights up, and he's like, I think I was more excited that it was you. It was just crazy.
Oh, that's
crazy.
Funny. Yeah, I remember. We were sitting there and he was talking about Cheyenne because that guy sort of gave a little teaser. You know, our winners from Cheyenne. Anybody from Cheyenne?
Yeah.
It just kept going on and on. It was just awesome. But so I know E3. He's always, the younger guy wants to get involved in doing these hunts as well. So it's been an eye opener for him to watch these people win. And I know he's ready to come back and join this club to try to win. We were talking about it last night after you all win, watching the excitement.
Such a cool. It's a neat event, but then the way people anticipate it, and everybody for the last couple of weeks in our office have been talking about, man, somebody's going to win a hunt at less than one, jokingly,
Yeah.
And they do Wild Sheep Foundation. What a cool event that is put on. This whole show is just awesome. It's probably the best consumer show, I think.
I would agree with that. And it gives you hope being able to see, because, you have raffles everywhere. You don't always get to see the winner. You don't always get to see the emotion that goes along with it and the whole presentation of it like that. So somebody who does aspire to do those things, when you see it happen like that right in front of you, it's like, wow, okay, got a little hope for this.
Yeah.
And what don't get talked, and what never even gets really mentioned that much is the money that was generated for the Wild Sheep Foundation for that. I mean, there's no, I would really like to know the figures, but I don't know them off the top of my head. But the money that's generated through these raffles, and it's all 100% donations.
Yeah.
And it's all that money is 100% goes back into Wild Sheep Foundation
I believe there was around 2,500 people that were entered.
So
and at about $50 a pop. So I mean it's a decent chunk of change.
Yeah, it does very well.
Yeah.
I mean, and these outfitters are happy to donate their donations here.
Yeah.
Because they know 100% of the money is being used for conservation.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
So we had a podcast with with one of the directors of the Wild Sheep Foundation the other day, and he got into some of that as well, and it was just very exciting to hear how much their passion for what's generated here is fueling the passion that they're for all of us, honestly, and opportunities they provide.
No doubt.
So, well, man, it was sure sweet talking to you. I know I'm excited to get over to your booth here in a little bit.
Yeah,
see these
please come.
See this new line of the rifles you have. I want to check out that 4.9 pound.
It's
Mark 5.
Everybody, we've been trying to make a video this week because first time everybody picks it up, it's just freaking out at how light this thing is. It's pretty awesome.
Well, congratulations on your win, and I'll really look forward to seeing the video everything you make out of this.
Appreciate it.
Tagging along with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yep. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Luke.
Thanks, E3.